Hi, New Hope kids. This week I've been thinking about our world and the people in our world and how we treat each other. And I've been thinking about what God's perspective might be on how we treat each other. I was reminded of the time when Jesus was talking with several people about life and what was important, and someone approached him and said, "But what's the greatest commandment?" And Jesus said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this, love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater commandment than these. Love God and love others." But often as humans, we don't love others as ourselves. Sometimes we're not kind. Sometimes we're beyond not kind. Sometimes we're mean to each other. And sometimes that turns into hurtfulness and harmfulness and even violence. But that is not what God is calling us to. He's asking us to love Him and to love others. And I was reminded of a beautiful book that talks about what God's dream is for His people in this world. And I would like to share it with you today, just as a little reminder of how we are to treat one another. We are to love one another as ourselves. That's the second commandment. The first is to love God with all of our heart, with all of our soul, with all of our mind, with everything. So today I would like to share a story with you. It's written by Desmond Tutu and Douglas Carlton Abrams, and it's called God's Dream. Dear child of God, what do you dream about in your loveliest of dreams? Do you dream about flying high or rainbows reaching across the sky? Do you dream about being free to do what your heart desires, or about being treated like a full person no matter how young you might be? Do you know what God dreams about? If you close your eyes and look with your heart, I am sure, dear child, that you will find out. God dreams about people sharing. God dreams about people caring. God dreams that we reach out and hold one another's hands and play one another's games and laugh with one another's hearts. But God does not force us to be friends or to love one another. Dear child of God, it does happen that we get angry and hurt one another. Soon we start to feel sad and so very alone. Sometimes we cry and God cries with us. But when we say we're sorry and forgive one another, we wipe away our tears and God's tears too. God dreams that every one of us will see that we are all brothers and sisters. Yes, even you and me, even if we have different mummies and daddies or live in different faraway lands. Even if we speak different languages or have different ways of talking to God. Even if we have different eyes or different skin. Even if you are taller and I am smaller, even if your nose is little and mine is large. Dear child of God, do you know how to make God's dream come true? It is really quite easy. As easy as sharing, loving, caring. As easy as holding, playing, laughing. As easy as knowing we are family, because we are all God's children. Will you help God's dream come true? Let me tell you a secret. God smiles like a rainbow when you do. It's so important to remember God's dream. His dream is for us to love Him and to love others. God made every single person on purpose for a purpose. We are all made in His image. I hope that this week we remember this and that we realize we can be part of God's dream by loving Him and loving others well. Be well this week and be kind.